Here, the coach asks questions and then reacts to the user's responses. And let me walk you through an example. Here I've selected a challenge on how to deal with a non-performing team member, and the coach starts by asking me, how long have I been together with him? And in my case, it's 1 to 3 years. Then the coach asks me, has the person's performance changed? Well, assume yes. In this case, the coach asks me, how did I envision it in the beginning? But if at the start of this conversation I would have chosen a different option, then the conversation would have gone in a totally other direction. That means that in each layer of the conversation, there are multiple options where it could go, and this is what creates the personalized experience at scale. And it's also active experience. As we see in this other example, the coach can combine questions in multiple ways, and the user needs to think and act during the session. However, to create content this way, coach invests up to 1 week. And as we compensate them with a revenue share, our chicken egg challenge was how to get the first content before we had customers. But as we have B2B negotiation experience, we solved that, and we signed up 30 leadership coaches from North America and UK without any upfront payments. And Marisa is one of our coaches. And now we are able to provide access to this content for only 30 euros per user per month, and companies can afford it for all their managers. And 2 weeks ago, we started sales, and we have our first customer, which is the biggest TV media company in the Baltics, that will give us 5,000 euros in the first year. And we have several more demo meetings scheduled, and we have much way to go. We are targeting 146 medium and large companies in North America and UK. We are 2 founders, and this is our second business together. Before that, I built a platform with 1 million users and community-generated content. And my co-founder, CTO, developed software with 2 million users. Also, we both ran our software development companies, where we learned and got B2B sales, marketing, and negotiation experience. We accelerated with startup Wiseguys, and we have senior advisory board. Right now, we are raising 250,000 euros, and part is secured by our previous investors as they are satisfied with the progress. Why are we doing this? A year ago, I almost died. Actually, I got an experience to experience dying for around a minute. And after that experience, let's call it like that, I learned 2 lessons. First, life can end at any moment, truly. And 2, I will devote my life only on meaningful ventures. This is why I'm in Wiserstate. And we believe when we help managers with their personal development, it can change lives for them and for people around them, because managers have huge impact on their teams. And now let's do the demo. So All Media Baltics, the biggest TV station and company in Latvia, they do operate in a highly competitive job market. Therefore, they need to help their managers with personal development. So what they will do, they will sign up all their managers and define their personal development objectives. And once the user signs in the platform, he will see the sessions that are relevant to him. Then the user selects his session of interest, and the coach starts by introducing herself because it's important for building the rapport in the beginning. In the next step, the coach introduces the topic, but the actual work starts in step 3, and let's look at it.
So one of the questions that I think will be useful for us to reflect on is, how long has this individual been working with you? This person perhaps was in the role for longer under someone else's tenure, but how long have they specifically been working directly with you? Is it less than a year? Is it 1 to 3 years? Or is it greater than 3 years?
In our case, let's assume it's less than a year, and let's see what happens next.
So given that they've worked with you under your leadership for under a year,
so we see that the coach reacts to my response, and this is what creates the personalized experience. Also, if I get interrupted during the session, I can access it from the history and continue from where I left it. That also means that I can do the sessions incrementally just when I have time on demand. So to sum up, 3 main benefits that HR get from Wiserstate. First, now you can afford to provide leadership training to all your managers, because for 30 euros a month, you get access to hundreds of hours of leadership sessions recorded by executive coaches. Second, You can save time for the direct managers because they don't need to deal with repetitive issues all the time. Wiserstate handles that. And finally, you can ensure better one-on-one meetings. Why? Because people come prepared, and you have more time for in-depth conversations. And above all, you can build better relationships in your company. And that is important, my friends. Thank you. I'm Ansis from Wiserstate.
If we have any questions from the jury for Wiserstate.
Hello, hello. My question, it is very interesting what you presented there. How much is this one coaching and how much is training? Because I notice is a little bit an element of training. I just want to understand that one. And the second question will be, how much collaboration you enable between people participating in in coaching, and do you see any relation with the offline one, or is pure everything will happen online? And the last question, what do you use the money for?
Okay, so first question, is it coaching or training? Let's assume a continuum. On one side is pure coaching as ICF and other organizations promoted, questions only, no information shared. On the other side of the continuum would be pure training, just giving information. We are in the middle of this continuum. It's possible with our technology to create some coaching sessions which are questions only, but we don't accept sessions where it's just giving information. So it's a mix of giving questions and information. I hope I answered your question. And one more thing which is important. Currently, we accept only coaches who are certified coaches with prior business experience or prior training experience, so they know both concepts, training, also management, and also coaching. So coming to the next question, the collaboration. There are actually 4 points of collaboration: coaches to coaches, users to users, and coaches to users. Which one did you mean?
Between user to users.
Between users to users, we will enable communication between them in a forum and also in comments for each session. Yes. Last question, what we will use the money for? We will use the money for getting more customers. I told we have gotten our first customer and we have way to go. So to get customers, to build up the content base, although we are not making upfront payments to the coaches, but we are working on onboarding the coaches, we are working on process management with them, and we are working on video post-production with them, and to reach our next milestone, which is to get at least 10K MRR and then rise the next round to scale the sales. Because right now we have built the platform, we have validated the supply side, and we have started validating the demand side. We see good interest, we have first customers, so there's good potential in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One more question.
Competition, question mark.
Yeah, thank you for the question. I would put them in 3 circles, actually. One circle is e-learning market, second is chat-based coaching market, and third is live coaching market, which is enhanced with technology. Most probably, initially, we should look more in this direction, but with time it will go there, because currently it's possible to synthesize voice, but soon it will be possible to synthesize video. But when it will be possible to synthesize video, we will be in a better position, because we will have the people who will be able to create those scenarios which will be synthesized. If I would compare us, so compared to e-learning, we give this personalized experience, the engaging experience, which I showed in the demo, versus linear training videos. Compared to chatbot coaching, here's live person speaking to you through video. That's the biggest difference versus just texting. And here's a person. In chatbot's case, it's a bot with aggregated know-how. And live coaching price difference. Because when it's a live person, then it costs as much as the person is earning, plus profit.
One last question, maybe? Yeah.
Hi, my name is Roman from Launchclub. I believe we need more microphones here for the jury. But very quickly, my question is, I'm a bit puzzled. So you're targeting corporations, but then you're pricing it €30 per person. Do you want to go direct? I mean, B2C. And the main question, if you're targeting corporation, is like how long the sales cycle is and who is the decision maker in a company to adopt the product?
So One question is, do we plan to go B2C? Yes, in the future. As a startup, we start narrow, and our narrow focus right now is B2B sales. It's a price point, 30 euros per user. So it means if a company has 100 users, for example, then it's 3,000 euros. The price point currently is selected based on how much a coaching hour costs. In the United States, it's around $100 to $300 or euros, and we wanted it to be at least 20 times less expensive per month than live coaching, so that there's value proposition. The decision maker is in medium companies, it's HR manager, because the price point is at the level of budget that they can make decisions upon. Usually, in larger organizations, decision maker still would be the head of HR, but it's hugely impacted by head of learning and development. And as for the length of sales cycle, this is new. This business is new for us. I've seen our first deal made in less than a week, but from my prior experience in B2B sales, B2B sales cycle can go anywhere from a month or two to even 1 year for larger organizations, and this is what we prepared for, and we have experience in maintaining this sales communication for lengthy periods.
Thank you. Big hand of applause for Wiserstate.
Thank you.
Thank you.